Okay, so there's this bill called Bill 156 in which, let me read this out loud. Which is the prevention of sale and renting of mangas, animes, and other imagery, excluding real-life photography, with sexual stimulation, encouraging cruelty, and/or criminal behavior. Well, only in Japan, of course. So the question that I want to give to the Tokyo Governor Shintaro Ishihara is, wouldn't this bill strip an anime artist's creativity? I believe that every single artist has the right to express themselves, even if it means creating my Buddha. Pizza with everything except ham and a whole lot of pineapple. I even had pizza as a birthday cake, which is pretty sweet. The games I recently played are Infamous 2, great game. Duke Nukem Forever, well, that game was sort of passable. And Shadow of the Damned. It's kind of like Ghost Rider meets Resident Evil 4 if it were directed by Robert Rodriguez. You know, the guy who did Machete. That was a cool movie. That would have to be Ponyo, mostly because that there is no villain in this anime. And where there's no villain, there's no conflict. I mean, I don't hate the anime or anything. I mean, I think it's still great. Would have been better if it had a villain. Actually, I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I have a copy around here somewhere, but if I do, I'll be sure to review it. Okay, fan service, and I mean the sexy fan service, is kind of like icing on a cake. It only tastes good when the cake is done right. With a good story, a nice cast of characters, and good animation, you get something that you are going to be looking forward to eat. Like Sekirei, for example. I mean, that anime has a lot of decent stuff in it. And with a sexy half-naked or completely naked cast of female characters, that cake is probably gonna be worth it. But if it's like My Buddha, where everything about the cake is bad and you're just putting naked ladies as your icing, oh, you're just covering up a really bad cake. Shame on you! Shame on you! I want every single US distributed anime to come to Brunei. Now I'm going to be honest with all of you guys. Buying anime in Brunei isn't really that great. Many of them are pirated bootlegs, are only in Japanese with horrifying subtitles, hentai over here doesn't even exist, and ordering animes makes you feel like you're getting a cavity search. Now, I love my country and all, mostly because I don't have to pay taxes, so that's a cool thing. But it feels like my anime entertainment is being prisoned and monitored, and I'm in anime hell. I mean, once in a while I will get good anime, and once in a while I'll even find the really bad ones, if you know what I mean. But yeah, getting anime over here is kind of isn't that great. I'm just saying. I think the most original anime that I have ever seen is Akira. I mean, it takes place in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo, filled with technology, cyberpunks, government and anti-government warfare, science and human evolution. I mean, you name me any other anime that is almost similar to that of Akira. I know I can't think of anything. And if there is one, I apologize in advance. I thought the sex scene in Highlander, The Search for Vengeance really played a strong part in the overall plot. For me, the scene represented two people's fates being brought back to them. And in a way, it's actually beautiful. Pretty much every single character in My Buddha must die. Anything with a mecha in it, because I've always wanted to ride on one of those giant robots. That would be pretty cool. I am mostly a dub watcher, but if the anime dub is really, really, really bad, I'm just gonna change it to the sub. The camera that I'm using right here is a Hitachi DVD cam. I'm planning to get a HD camcorder in the future. Potato chips. Lay's potato chips to be precise. But lately I have to cut down because I think I'm getting bigger because of it. It taught me that the world of animation isn't just used to entertain a younger audience. It can also entertain an older audience as well. Anime to me is animation entertainment from Japan that is not afraid to be creative. And it has no limitations to its imagination. That is not only going to entertain a younger audience, but a very older audience as well. The funniest character that I like is Sakumaru from Ninja Nonsense. He is this round ball creature who is manly yet perverted. And he even spouts out nonsense that is so laughable, he will make your head explode. I would pile all those heinous DVDs on an empty field, get a flamethrower, and see it burn. And as the ashes rise up from the fire, I will dance around like a happy freak of nature. It will be stupendous. I may look silly, but I will admit it'll be totally worth it. I would like to see Kratos from God of War and Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden team up to kill gods and monsters. It will be the greatest bloodbath video game ever. Yes, I think Sekirei is actually a better fanservice fighting anime than Ikitosen. And if you're going to ask how, well, it's because it has a decent story, a likable cast of characters, especially Skumi, who's pretty hot. The fight scenes, I will admit, is a hit and a miss with me. And it has some good voice acting for both English and Japanese dub. As for Hitozen, the story is semi-complicated with that Three Kingdoms crap. All the supporting casts are kind of a-holes. And most of the fight scenes look like attempted rape, which I do find disturbing. And then there's the horrifying opening music. That music is so bad, it makes me want to listen to that Rebecca Black's Friday song. Yes, I'm actually a fan of the angry video game nerd. That guy is hilarious, and I kind of wish that I was like him, you know, reviewing bad animes, constantly swearing my butt off, but I'm a little more dignified than that guy. But then again, I will definitely swear my butt off if somebody mentions that they like Amai Buddha. If the video game has blood, killing, and violence, that is my kind of video game genre. I would jump into Green Green and beat the crap out of the Baka Trio. Why? Because these guys are the worst perverts on the planet! And they have no respect on how to treat women. It kind of makes normal perverts look like saints. Like I said before, I will burn it with fire. I am more of a 90s anime guy because for me, the 90s was the time where anime really blossomed into my life. And I have to admit, those were the good years. I'm afraid I don't really have a favorite anime opening for this year, mostly because all these new age animes haven't really gotten to me. I haven't really read any mangas that I would like to see turn anime, so I'm afraid I can't really answer that one. I have seen over at least 350 animes. I think today's music actually sucks. It's all popish and youthful and all weird Lady Gaga. Man, what happened to the good old days when music made you feel rebellious? And it makes you want to hate things. I mean, there was a time when I thought MTV was cool. But now it's all reality TV and Cribs and Twilight winning all the MTV Movie Awards. Blasphemy! I think Steel Panther said it best, and pardon my language when I say this, kill those fucking fuckheads who program MTV. They can suck my ass with all their record companies. As for artists or groups that I can't stand, Britney Spears, Beyonce, Keisha, Fergie, Justin Bieber, all those boy bands, you know, the ones that just sing and don't play instruments. Rap music, except for Cypress Hill, Run DMC, The Notorious B.I.G., and Eminem. Those guys are cool. And I'm probably gonna get hate mail for this, but I don't like John Lennon. Now, look, don't get me wrong. I actually liked him when he was around with the Beatles, but after he went solo and met Yoko Ono, that's where I started to dislike him. He's like this guy with this creepy Asian lady following him all over the place. It's kind of creepy. Kind of like those ghost stories that my grandmother used to tell me. My favorite fighting games are the Tekken franchise. The first 3 games were great. The rest were, well, good, but they had flaws. Like Taken Tag, that game was cool, but the endings and the music could have used a little more work. And that Tekken game where Nina is the main character, yeah, that sounds like Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. Tekken 4 needed more characters. Tekken 5 had a really stupid ending. You know, the one where Jin becomes the leader of the Mishima Zaibatsu? I mean, in the previous game, he said that he wanted nothing to do with the Mishima Zaibatsu. What the hell? And then there's Tekken 6. Great game, but it has a stupid story and a stupid ending. Jin wants to create chaos all over the world so that he can heal himself from his devil gene. Hello, Asuka can heal you! Which is ironic because Devil Jin is actually the character that I mostly use in that game. Mostly because that he still has the same moves from Tekken 3. I have to say Echidna. The whole dark green elf and that very sexy outfit that she wears is kinda hot. Especially that snake underwear. Although it does disturb me that the snake's tail isn't covering her behind. But I don't think I have to tell you where that snake's tail is, now do I? Kinda creepy, but kinda kinky. See ya!